It's not about motivation. Winners need discipline. Wake up and win today. Discipline comes from within.
Boxing King Media in association with Boxer, delighted to have with me the midnight train, Richard Riakporhe. Rich, great to see you, looking well. Firstly, how are we?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good, man. Very happy. You know, Selhurst Park is going to be jumping June the 15th. It's a day that you need to mark in your diaries. You know, we're going to put on a great event for the boxing fans and even football fans. You know, because it's like a Palace versus Bournemouth. Like it's going to be jumping.
Rich, I want to go back. I can't tell you the exact year. It's going to be at least 5 or 6 years ago. I remember you fought at the O2 on a din and white card, and I think your opponent caught you and you dropped. And I remember speaking to you backstage, and you were very down. And I said to you at the time, I said, look, end of the day, obstacles come in the way, but it's how you finish at the end. You finally have an opportunity, and it's a dream for every fighter to fight for a world title. And you get to do it in a stadium outdoors, Selhurst Park, a club you know very well. How does this all feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. It feels amazing, and I'm just so happy that it's happening at Selhurst, of all places. You know, I never thought that it would happen this soon. I thought that the fight will happen at Selhurst, or a fight, when I have a championship title around my waist, and then we'll talk about defending it there. But imagine it's just a whole something that's personal and one of my life goals, something that I've been working on for so many years. You know, anybody can relate how they could just imagine how I would feel. I'm feeling right now. This is my life goal, and I have a chance to put my name in the history books. You know, not just for me, but just for my family, for my legacy, for my family, everything. It's really important.
I mean, it's fair to say that you both have come a long way. You both have improved, without doubt. You're now working with Adrian Fernandez. Just going back to that fight 5 years ago, what do you remember of it? It was a close fight. You did get the nod, but is this going to be a far different and more difficult fight this time around?
Yeah, I think it could. I think it could be. It all depends on the version of Chris Billam-Smith that turns up, and obviously the version of me that turns up. And the good thing about me is nobody knows what version that turns up, but you know I'm coming for smoke. That's one thing I'm definitely coming for. I'm coming for all the smoke, and I always bring it. I always bring it, man. I'm on it. I love fighting. Something that I love to do. So it's like walking in a park.
I just spoke to Shane McGuigan, and Shane said Richard has come a long way. He's improved a lot. Whereas before he might just jump in the try, let his hands go, because you carry a lot of power. You're more calculated now. You like throwing your jabs more, and it's going to be a completely different fight.
Yeah, I'm very, very intelligent now. Very intelligent. I have patience as well. You know, I look for opportunities. Everybody makes mistakes when it comes to fighting, and unfortunately for some, when they come against me, the midnight train, is you have to be really careful that I don't land any big shots, and that is my forte. I knock people out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm known for. I'm known to be a powerhouse, and I proved it time and time and time again. You can't afford to make mistakes against me. The only way he can be successful is if he makes no mistakes. Chris Billam-Smith makes mistakes in the first round. That's the reality. You've seen it time and time again, and he's gonna make a mistake on the 15th of June, and that's it. The fight is over.
I mean, you've invested a lot in the Richard Riakporhe brand outside of boxing. Obviously, close with Adidas. You've done stuff with Burberry, and you continue to invest in yourself. Chris spoke about how he was coming up in boxing. He didn't make a lot of money. You know, you make 20,000 here, 25,000 here. By the time you pay your taxes and you pay your fees, your trainers, nutrition, you're hardly left with anything. This is a chance for him and you to make life-changing money as well. And how important is that as well for securing yourself, your families, and generations coming after?
Yeah, that's very important. Just remember, at the same time, we love to fight, but we don't fight for free. We're pugilists. You know, we box for money. We box for prize money, and yeah, we want to. Every time we jump in there, I feel like the sport is glamoured in a certain type of way, but it's working class. That's why a lot of people relate to boxers. We have to fight to improve our lives. Everybody has to fight to improve their lives. You know, normal people that are going to work, working a 9 to 5, they don't want to go to work. they want to go on holiday, they want to be on the beach sunbathing. But unfortunately, we have to fight that fight, so to speak, to live how we want to, and that's all we're doing here. You know, me and him, we actually need each other. That's the truth. You know, he's my dancing partner, and without him, I don't make anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's a gift. You know, it's a gift. I'm happy that I'm able to do it. I'm happy that I'm actually making good money as well doing it, and it's another thing to be grateful for.
Again, I recall about years ago, I came to your block to collect some tickets off you for some friends, and from that block to now, where your father sends you a text message saying, you know, you've made him so proud, you've achieved something that probably people think you wouldn't have achieved. Maybe you doubted yourself at some time across that path, but how did it feel to receive that message from your father? What was your reaction?
Yeah, my dad, for those, I don't know if everybody saw this, but I put it on my story, a message that I received from my dad. He said, congratulations on your title fight. I'm so proud of you. You putting, you know, your name and improving the reputation of the family name. Like it means so much. I'm so happy, love you. And I sent him a message back, and I said, look, thank you, Dad. It's time to make history. And he said, I'm so proud of you. You don't understand. I'm very emotional. You know, and it's such a touching message because, you know, it takes a lot for men to get emotional sometimes. You know, a lot of men be crying behind closed doors and stuff like that, but not in the open, you know, because, you know, there's that type of stigma attached to masculinity. But yeah, man, it's definitely very emotional for us, you know, just to be given a type of opportunity like this where we come from nothing.
No, absolutely. Finally one, I'm going to ask you just away from your fight, just to get your thoughts. We've seen all these crossover fights taking place. Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul, which is now officially sanctioned as a professional bout. We've seen when he fought Silva, we saw Evander Holyfield, you know, it didn't look great. Is there a risk that Mike Tyson could end up looking like a meme after this fight?
As sad as I hate to admit, I think so, man. You know, you can't be 58 going to fight somebody in their 20s, you know, that has all of these faculties intact, can move around, fresh, can punch a little bit. It's not. The math is not mathing, man. But actually, it is at the same time. Because the money, it must be ridiculous. But for the boxing fans like myself, I've looked up to Mike Tyson since I was young. I still watch his videos till today, and a lot of other people are really sad that this is happening. I believe if you see me at press conferences in 30 years from now, just know that I've done something wrong. I've done a lot of things wrong. And that's not happening. That's not happening because we're doing things right, you know. And it's history, you know what I mean? I've seen it in history a lot. A lot of athletes, they get to these stages, they spend their money on nonsense, and they end up, you know, financially desperate for opportunities, and they start doing things that they shouldn't be doing. We have to learn from those in the past, and we have to make better decisions, and not just for ourselves but for our family, because at the same time, when you get to a certain age and you have kids, you know, you have to think about your health. You know, what about the kids? What about if something happens to you and you're no longer able to be a father? You know, it's not nice.
Rich, appreciate your time. Wish you all the best in camp. We're only 6 weeks away. Time is going to fly past very, very quickly. And we'll see you at a rocking Crystal Palace.
Let's go. Ready.
Thank you very much.
Win gold now. IPMB is giving away 5 24-karat gold coins to our token holders worth over $2,000 each.
Let's do this.
Thank you very much for this great news. It's amazing.
It's never been easier to own gold, so join the raffle now.
I've got a question for you. Where can discipline take you? Discipline points you towards your goals.